Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about if you should be getting the Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee edition. And yes, I'm still sick. And the answer, in my opinion, is no, but I don't control your spending. You can buy it if you want to, but I'm just saying I would not recommend it. Only if you have a Pulsar X2 already with no QC issues. Then I would just definitely not recommend it. Do not get this because it is an improvement from what I've heard over the X2. But again, if you already have one with no QC issues, I don't see a whole big of a point because you're just spending $120 for just an improvement, like a little bit of an improvement over the mouse you already have. But for the people who did have QC issues and are looking for a new mouse as well, this does have some pretty good improvements over the original Pulsar X2, especially if you had QC issues, like optical switches, and from what I've heard from Pulsar themselves, better switches and better implementation of those switches, and also just better shell design, and also a better battery indication, because battery indication was a pretty big mishap on the original X2, because it was very inaccurate, which really was really bad. So yeah, I'm glad that they sorted that out with this new mouse. But one thing that I didn't mention yet is that it's $120 first of all, and another thing is that there's only 3,000 copies. I'm not sure if they're going to be reselling this at any point, but from what I've heard, from what I can tell, probably not. If they only have 3,000 copies, I don't think they're going to be really making this again, or at least reselling this. Maybe I might be wrong, but you know, I might be wrong because they're just pre-order, because it's just up for pre-order instead of like actual order. So I don't know. But yeah, if you want an improvement over the X2 and you had a bad experience with the X2 before with QC issues, or you just want a really good, like a lightweight mouse with optical switches and stuff like that, I could recommend maybe getting it. But for the third time, if you don't have any QC issues with the original X2, or you have an alternative with no QC issues or issues basically whatsoever, then I would not really recommend it. And I am definitely not going to get it because I have the Ninjutsu Sora, and this doesn't have any issues at all besides one minor issue, which is that sometimes it kind of stutters or skips. And I'm not sure if this is just an issue with my copy, but actually, no, it's not just an issue with my copy, because I did hear some other people have this issue. So other people do have this issue, but I've heard other people also don't have the issue. So I don't know what the problem is. I think it's a connection issue with like the dongle, but I did have the dongle connected to my PC, and there was a lot more stuttering. And once I put it more up front and close to the mouse, it got way better, and there was basically almost no stuttering. But it still happens on rare occasions, and it's still very annoying. I did change the lift-off distance and the debounce time and stuff like that, and I updated the firmware, which kind of fixed it as well, but it still sometimes happens, again, very rarely. So if you guys want to recommend anything for like maybe a solution to that, that would help a lot. And I've already said what I've already tried to do. But yeah, help would be appreciated about that. And I did already contact Ninjutsu about this, and they haven't responded. And I also said it on Discord, and they seem like they haven't even been on Discord for a while. So yeah. But I did contact them with no avail or no response yet. So yeah, there you go. I'm sorry for my voice. I don't know what happened. I'm still sick. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't have a whole lot else to say. Yeah, that's basically it.